Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. SKYX's mission is to make homes and buildings become safe, advanced, and smart as the standard is using its proprietary technology. And with me is Rani Kohen, the founder of SKYX, to explain this technology, which is actually kind of amazing. I was looking over your company information. It looks like you have a bunch of disruptive patents coming out, 60 patents and patent pending. Just give us an overview about SKYX. What is the company doing?
So SKYX is really a company that simplifies life, and most important, it saves lives, okay? It's a company that everything we do is based on safety. We have disruptive technologies that we strongly believe can revolutionize two industries, the smart home industry and the lighting industry. The first technology is generation one, is actually with lighting. People go on ladders, spend hours of installing light fixtures and ceiling fans, really risking their lives doing so. We came with a safe solution that you can just plug and play within seconds and install a light fixture, ceiling fan. It's a weight-bearing plug-in receptacle, and this is safe, and you can just do it in seconds. We got approved by ANSI, NEMA, the National Electrical Code, and many other organizations for the safety aspects. When the Generation 2 product is a platform that you install also within just minutes to a home, and can make a home become smart within seconds or minutes.
Yeah, well, I was watching the video and I'm like, I could even do this. So we're just saying something. It looks so easy to use as well.
Yeah, and that's as we said, first of all, it's safe, but it's simple. It saves time and it saves costs with the process. So you have a combination of a few winners. Like saving time is always a good thing for a company. Saving costs, it's always good. And saving lives is super important. And the combination of having all three, and in a simple way that, as you said, you can install it, every human being. Yeah. Like you plug in your charger for your iPhone or a table lamp, you can just go on a chair or on a ladder and just plug and play a ceiling fan or a light fixture within seconds.
Now, you mentioned the ANSI NEMA. So tell me the significance of that, because that's a big deal in your industry. What does that mean?
Yes, correct. So what we have is we got voted to the National Electrical Code, and now as part of the process, we went to ANSI NEMA and showed them our technology and try to create a standardization for making homes and buildings become safe and reliable. And ANSI and NEMA voted on our specification as the first ceiling receptacle in homes. And that's a huge event, because that's something that can take so many years. That in a different world is like kind of getting an FDA approval. In our world, then ANSI NEMA is the American Standardization Institute, and NEMA is the National Electrical Manufacturer Association. So having both organizations working and approving our product specification is a major step that can take so many years, and it did. But finally, we just got it, so that helps us. And it paves the way for us for getting orders and licensing. So that's a big step, and we're gonna announce our video shortly and showing what the product is, so people can understand why they did so and what are the safety aspects and benefits of our product.
So explain a little bit about the technology, because there's a lot of tech companies out there, but SKYX is different. So explain the technology.
So what we are is a platform company that has our own technology, software, and hardware that we create platforms. So the first platform is the plug and play for light fixtures and ceiling fans installation. But as we have power, we added many smart sensors around it. So to make your house safe, to add emergency light, to add night light, to add other sensors that can make your life easier, and energy saving sensors, and we use it as a platform as we have a power to enhance many other features in the house in addition to the safe plug and play, and that's generation 1. In generation 2, we took it another step, and we're going to show the product and announce it, but we added so many safety sensors, including even smoke detectors and CO detectors and speakers and many other lifestyle, but most important, safety aspects that are needed in every home.
That sounds like game-changing technology. So
yeah, we strongly believe it's game-changing. We have tremendous teams behind us that joined us, and our president, Steve Schmidt, is a former CEO of Nielsen and president of Office Depot International, and we have many people like this that invested with us. We also have Bob Nardelli, former CEO of Chrysler and Home Depot, that is involved in helping us, and Governor Tom Ridge, our lead director. And we also have Mark Early, that was the head of the National Electrical Code, joined us to lead our code efforts and our safety efforts. It's almost for a pharmaceutical company. It's like the head of FDA joined to help a company, get the phase 3 of the FDA. So we have a great team, a lot of tech people involved, and really supporters that most of them invested with us and working for stock mainly, as they strongly believe in our future. So that's a blessing to have those people. Without them, we could not make it.
Well, thank you so much, Ronnie, for coming.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thousands of people use Fantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Fantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Fantom today.
I have a question for you. Are you talking about your company, or are you being talked about? The internet is full of business owners that want your clients. So now imagine if the competition you have now becomes irrelevant. Imagine you didn't have to fight for clients because they are all coming to you. How would that change your business? This could be your reality, because that's what we do. We help you get the credibility that you deserve. My name is Rhonda Swan. I'm the founder and CEO of the Unstoppable Branding Agency. If you think you qualify to work with us, message me and apply today and click on the link in this video. I look forward to meeting you. Don't forget to be unstoppable and stay wild.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. Link2 is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. Link2. Private investing made simple.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. I founded my company based on the belief of partnerships. If we didn't have partnerships and trust and relationships, nothing would move forward. We really like to get to know the core of the client. We want to know who we're working with. We believe in a story, and that's why we call ourselves a story time lender. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Pawtocol Pawtocol is using the power of blockchain technology to create solutions that will strengthen the pet community and bring value back to its members, all while providing help for pets with shelters and so forth. And I've got Colin Jordan, the CEO, with me here today, and you have brought a friend. So why don't you introduce her?
I did. This is Marlina Cotter. She's a longtime friend of mine, and she is also our rescue coordinator at Pawtocol now.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're doing there. Tell us about your work at Pawtocol.
So my work at Pawtocol, I am the rescue coordinator, as you know. So my role is to go out and find shelters and rescues to get funding as part of Pawtocol's mission. We're improving the lives of pet and pet owners. So we are donating 10% of all of our revenue to the Pawtocol Pet Fund, and then going ahead and dispersing that to shelters and rescues in need. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you look for in a pet shelter or rescue when you're looking for one of these to partner with?
Yeah, so first and foremost, we want to make sure that they're registered as a 501c. And then from there, we're going out and finding people who are taking lots of animals in high risk, senior pets, because when you have all of those demographics of animals, you're having higher vet bills. And so then we can come in and give them the funding to help them continue their work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then how many shelters then are you working with right now?
Right now we have a total of 5 rescues, and we've gone ahead, since we're in the pre-revenue stage, and given an initial $1,000 worth of cryptocurrency to them. And so that's amazing, because we're having a new income stream come in for them compared to like your traditional cash donation. So it's just opening up another opportunity for more income to come in for these shelters.
Yeah. And are these all in Arizona?
So no, we actually have 3 in Arizona, and recently we signed up 2 more rescues in California, and then most likely going forward we're going to be expanding to New York and Florida.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask about that, if there are expansion plans in this as well.
Oh,
so,
yes. So most likely those 2 states.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Colin, I mean, it seems like the business is going well. I know that you've got an exciting football season coming up here. Let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about the product side.
Yeah, sure. So, you know, my alma mater, U of A, we're finally got the sponsorship here in a couple weeks, and it's going to be the home opener. We have, actually, we just got word we're actually allowed to do the halftime show as well. So my dog's going to be doing a weenie race with a few other dogs. It's going to be pretty fun. So we're looking forward to that.
That'll be so entertaining.
Yeah.
And so this is University of Arizona football. Who are they playing in that?
We're playing Mississippi State on September 10th. So it's going to be national TV on FS1. So definitely look out for us. We'll have branding and all that all over the stadium, and really exciting stuff there. Yeah.
And giveaways and stuff too.
Yeah. So we're obviously going to continue to UPI, Universal Pet Income, our cryptocurrency. We want to get people exposure to that, so we'll be doing contests, things like that. We're actually also going to give away an Oculus. So between our billboards here and the events that we're doing, people are going to have the opportunity by just liking, following, getting engaged with Pawtocol. They'll be able to win things like that.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Super exciting.
Absolutely.
And then the product side, are any developments there since we spoke last?
Yeah. So we're super excited. We're just getting to launch our Kingdom NFT platform here in a couple weeks. So. Kind of a pivot, there was a lot of things where people were creating and selling and trying to make money. Pawtocol's whole NFT platform, the idea is that we want people to create these kind of one-of-one custom NFTs of their pets, right? And so what that does is not only give them an opportunity to have their pet live forever on the blockchain, but then they can actually extrapolate value from that, right? So again, things like another exciting announcement, not to steal your thunder, but we actually just bought our first pieces of land in Decentralized, so in the Metaverse, where we're creating pet parks, so people can actually, with their NFTs and their virtualized pets, come in and participate in, pet shows. We'll work with Marlina and some of the shelters and do virtual adoptions, things like that. So it's really exciting.
Wow, so I could get an NFT made of my pet and then take that into the Metaverse.
Absolutely.
And have fun with the pet in the Metaverse.
Yeah, and we'll do meetups. We'll do all kinds of kind of cool. We're just really trying to create an immersive experience as a pet owner and for your pets. And I just had a conversation earlier. Someone who their pet passed away. There's also people that still maybe they can't have one moving forward, or they're getting older, or whatever the case may be. It gives them an opportunity to still have that connection, that bond with their pet, which obviously meant a lot to them.
Interesting. So, is there anything else that we should be on the lookout for from Pawtocol?
I think right now, as we get into Q4, obviously we're still working on product development as far as our pet tag, our Petsy marketplace, which is a decentralized marketplace for goods and services, but. Ultimately for us, I think you're just going to see a lot more as far as marketing, advertising, us really just getting our name out there. And we're also going to be expanding our partner ecosystem. We really want to just get more people involved, help people find Pawtocol. I think is really our goal for the rest of the year. Is just make some noise in the space.
And the marketing, I know, is a big push for you right now.
Always. It's a tough thing. It's a crowded space, but we also just, we want to rise above that noise, right? There's a lot of companies that are just kind of, meme tokens or this or that. Like we have actual, usage and actual real world use cases. And again, we're helping shelters and rescues. We've already given $5,000. There's going to be a lot more to come. So
yeah, no, it fits with the whole ecosystem of what you're trying to do, the whole kind of pet ecosystem. So
that's it.
Thank you so much, Colin. Great to meet you. Marlina, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jane.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Thousands of people use Fantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Fantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Fantom today.
I have a question for you. Are you talking about your company or are you being talked about? The internet is full of business owners that want your clients. So now imagine if the competition you have now becomes irrelevant. Imagine you didn't have to fight for clients because they are all coming to you. How would that change your business? This could be your reality because that's what we do. We help you get the credibility that you deserve. My name is Rhonda Swan. I'm the founder and CEO of the Unstoppable Branding Agency. If you think you qualify to work with us, message me and apply today and click on the link in this video. I look forward to meeting you. Don't forget to be unstoppable and stay wild.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. Link2 is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. Link2. Private investing made simple.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. I founded my company based on the belief of partnerships. If we didn't have partnerships and trust and relationships, nothing would move forward. We really like to get to know the core of the client. We want to know who we're working with. We believe in a story, and that's why we call ourselves a story time lender. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Well, the blockchain industry is promised to revolutionize everything from contracts to money. And with me is the Chief Research Officer, Bernhard Scholz of Fantom, also a professor of computer science at the University of Sydney in Australia. And let's just chit-chat a little bit about blockchain. Bernhard, great to have you with us. It's good to see you across the globe. And so tell me a little bit about your background and how you became to be a computer science person and an expert in blockchain.
Thanks, Jane, for having me. Well, it's a fascinating industry, the blockchain industry, and the history of it is also very exciting. I mean, it started after the global financial crisis, and people wanted to have safer ways to store away their money. And so it started with Bitcoin. And the idea of Bitcoin was really that it's a distributed ledger which is kept consistent. by quite complex network protocols. And it's quite safe as well, using mathematical puzzles. And I'm sure everyone has heard about miners. And these miners are basically the custodians of the bank, or keeping the ledger consistent, solving these crypto puzzles, and with that, they keep the ledger intact. So this was Bitcoin, and that was very fascinating for computer scientists, because suddenly a lot of very complex computer science problems came from it. So it's all about distributed computing. It's about hard cryptographic problems. Mm-hmm. But later, so about 2015, a new blockchain came on the block, and this was Ethereum. Mm-hmm. And with Ethereum, suddenly you could start making money programmable. And with programmable money, we can really now implement sophisticated applications on such a blockchain. I want just to mention a few applications. So a few of these applications would be DeFi, Decentralized Finances. So all these financial instruments we are used from the daily life in a bank or a stock exchange sort of became replicated on the blockchain. And the major idea there was to really keep the costs down, so to automate these financial instruments and make it available for everyone, so to democratize the financial instruments. And that was one of these big goals of the blockchain industry, and it is still the goal. Yeah. And so moving fast forward, I'm part of the Fantom organization. Quite recently, I took leave from the university, at least for 2 years. And my job is really to set up a research lab to further the technology of Fantom. So the idea is to have new ways of doing things. And we really envision that this whole technology will be used much more widespread than it is used today.
Now, just in our remaining minute or two, what would you say, being a professor, to young people or even older people who want to learn about blockchain, what kind of languages should they learn? You talked about Solidity. I've heard Rust too. I don't know. Maybe this industry moves so fast. Maybe Rust is old-fashioned now. But what would you say to people to study and to kind of pay attention to really grasp where this industry is right now and where it's going?
So first of all, I want to say there's so much available information. When I started with my first computer in 1982, I think I reveal my age now, then it was 10 years old, and I had my Commodore 64 home computer these days. And it was very hard to get access to information. Nowadays, it's really easy getting access to information. There are numerous blogs just describing how to program financial applications in Solidity, for example. But if people are interested in the engine itself, then everything is open source, and that's really a game changer. So instead of keeping things closed source like what Microsoft did in the past, where they kept or still keep the operating system under wraps, now this whole technology stack is open source. So if someone is really interested contributing towards the technology stack, which I have to say is very hard. You need quite often higher degrees in computer science to really fully grasp what is going on. So if you really want to contribute in the internal of a blockchain, you really need a formal education. However, on the application side, if you just want to write a smaller financial application, you can compare it how to write an iPhone app or Android app. I think there is quite a bit out there, and you may not need all these stringent requirements on your education to really contribute. So that's sort of, you need to really differentiate where you want to contribute, either on the application side or on the system side. Unfortunately, the system side really requires quite a bit of understanding of the underlying theory and the practicalities as well.
Okay, very interesting. And YouTube has MIT courses, and I mean, there is a way certainly to at least get a baseline education about blockchain online for free, and then you can, kind of decide if you want to learn more from there. But, well, Professor, thank you so much. It's very interesting to hear about this and to hear your thoughts about blockchain and what you're doing with Fantom.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Thousands of people use Fantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Fantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Fantom today.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. Link2 is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. Link2. Private investing made simple.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. I founded my company based on the belief of partnerships. If we didn't have partnerships and trust and relationships, nothing would move forward. We really like to get to know the core of the client. We want to know who we're working with. We believe in a story, and that's why we call ourselves a story time lender. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
CEEK Metaverse is a virtual reality platform with concerts from top artists like Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, The Killers. They digitally connect artists and athletes and other digital content creators directly to their fans in virtual worlds. And really one of the most successful Metaverse companies, I think, that's going on right now, Mary Spio, who is the CEO and founder of CEEK Metaverse. So great to see you again. And let's just start. I gave a little overview, but give me an overview of what CEEK is doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're providing the tools for digital content creators, for artists and sports teams, et cetera, to be able to connect to their fans in the metaverse. And, we're probably one of the first that ever created this platform to allow artists and digital content creators to be able to do that, not just in our own proprietary metaverse, but also on Oculus, on HTC, and iOS, Android, and all of that.
Yeah, you were really one of the first groups that I had talked to that was kind of doing the metaverse. I don't think even at the time we were saying metaverse, we were saying more like virtual reality, but that's basically what you were doing at the time.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I presented to Facebook back in, I think it was 2014 or 2015.
Oh, wow.
And I spoke specifically of the metaverse. We did an application where we talked about going beyond gaming and having people in these social environments, watching movies, watching concerts, watching games. So if you think about where the metaverse is today, and you look at that presentation that we did to Facebook, Oculus, you will see that it's the vision that's being realized today.
Yeah, wow, how fascinating. I had no idea that you were working on this that long ago. So you
Yes.
just had a new show, debut live.
Yes.
Which was a hit. So tell me about that show. How does that fit into the whole SEEK ecosystem?
So the Debut Live is an exclusive show, which is hosted and co-created by the Billboard head of hip hop music. So he created it as a show to interview different musical artists on their debut album. And we had The Game on there, who was with Kim Kardashian and, of course, has worked with Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and, a lot of different artists. And so that was a huge hit, being that he shared a lot of information that hasn't been shared before in terms of his relationship with Kim Kardashian. So it just really caught on fire. But how that fits in, when you think about the SEEK Metaverse, these are all virtual clubhouses that people can go into and they can meet with others, whether it's their avatars or their real person. But we've created this digital visualization of clubhouses, and people, whether it's through NFTs or fan experiences, can come and really be with their favorite artists.
Mm-hmm. So just real quick, Mary, so for somebody who's kind of interested in this, but they don't even know where to begin. Like, I guess you start with VR headsets, right? And then an app, the SEEK app, and then that's how you enter the SEEK Metaverse. That's what somebody needs to do. Okay.
Yeah, so if you have no idea what we're talking about, just go to the App Store, iOS or Android, download the SEEK app, and the SEEK is CEEK. You download the app, you see all these different venues, just enter it, and you can use your hand even on the phone to move around and see what's happening. And then to have the next level of experience, you could pick up a VR headset. We have one VR headset. You could pick up the Oculus, which we recommend also, and be able to, experience. It's a phenomenal world. And once you try it, there's no going back. There's really no going back.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I've been in it too, so I should really do it more, because it is kind of a very unique experience. So
yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mary. Great to have an update, and look forward to the next one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I always love coming on your show, Jane.
Thousands of people use Fantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Fantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Fantom today.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. Link2 is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. Link2. Private investing made simple.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. I founded my company based on the belief of partnerships. If we didn't have partnerships and trust and relationships, nothing would move forward. We really like to get to know the core of the client. We want to know who we're working with. We believe in a story, and that's why we call ourselves a story time lender. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
SKUR provides secure data, including messaging, email, and it's very unique in terms of all the tech platforms out there. And with me is the CEO, Alain Ghiai, to explain what SKUR does. And I really wanted to talk to you today about these messaging apps, because there's so many of them, and they are showing signs of getting hacked into. Now, a couple of years ago, it was like, some of these are safe, but it turns out they're really not that safe. Telegram, Discord. Explain to me what you know and what makes these apps vulnerable.
Sure. So what we do is SKUR is an end-to-end privacy communication platform. We have an email, we have messenger, voice message sending, file share, and so forth. And we're developing into voice communication and video communication as well from your phone or your laptop. The particularity that what we do is we have our own technology, we have privacy ingrained in the entire process. We host everything in Switzerland only on our own machine, and we don't use third-party cloud providers like 99% of the big tech. So going back to this discussion here, there was an article on threatpost.com, great website for people to look and be informed of the different threats happening. And this one talks about how Telegram and Discord are being used by cyber hacker for nefarious acts, so for their criminal activity. And there's features in Telegram where you can basically dispatch, like do a whole airing of, sharing and dispatching, and a lot of stuff that are not typically on your typical WhatsApp or Signal. They're used as broadcasting, essentially. You can broadcast content, and the hackers come in. They basically use those features to steal everything about you, from your login, your credential, your content. And they use Telegram. The way this article explains is that Telegram, especially, and Discord, are used for repository for storing that stolen information as well by the hackers. So they're going to go to your channel, because Telegram has a lot of channel for, broadcast. They'll swipe everything, and they'll do a big sweep of all your credential, your content, and so forth. And then they'll store it in another, let's say, part in Telegram for future use. It's interesting you mentioned that they also are saying that, there was hacking in Facebook Business Messenger, and the hackers, they used to have only private data. Discord is a huge one, as you were mentioning before our call, used by a lot of gamers, a lot of people on stock market, stock tipping and all that. I've never been on Discord. It's really not the company's branding to go on these kind of applications, plus we have our own. And also, what happens is, it used to be personal data. Now more and more businesses are using Telegram, even though there's massive fines for bankers, maybe not another kind of business person, but for bankers, they're paying up to $1 billion in fine, all the big banks, because they use WhatsApp and Telegram. So what's happening is these apps are not being used to steal our business data as well, right? So that's pretty intense.
Yeah, well, okay, very interesting. So let's talk about SKUR. And I know you were spending this summer kind of working on your tech infrastructure. So tell me about that. Where are you with that? What can we expect this fall?
Sure. So we're pretty excited because we're finally flushing out the little bugs of our SKUR Mail application. So in the fall, we're launching SKUR Mail for iOS, Android, and of course on the web, which is already functioning, but we're just finishing some debugging and just some new releases on our Android app. Very excited because people can use SKUR Send feature now. We have also, later in the fall, we're launching some enterprise versions of our mail and messenger. We are basically launching sometime in October, hopefully, a way for large enterprises to onboard as many people as they want, as opposed to having each user, like if you're a big company, you got 1,000 people you want on Messenger, then you can have an administrative layer where they onboard all the employees and then they send the accounts to the employees, like a real enterprise feature, because we're getting a lot of demand from enterprises, and especially overseas in Latin America, where we have now presence in 7 to 8 countries I'm happy to say. So that's one thing. We're going to work on the group functionality. So really work a little bit on these functionalities for email and messenger. We just launched a brand new version of our webmail as well. We're preparing some video tools, etc., polishing up the site. So we've done most of that work, and in the fall, all of that will be deployed. We're also going to optimize our website for organic and paid search engine optimization. So we're going to move away from influencer type marketing and spending the money on our own site, because the return on investment is far greater, and we believe for Q1 we'll be very well prepared to have a very low cost of acquisition and a very robust optimization site to get small business and consumers. So we have quite a lot happening in the fall. We're going to talk more about it as we see each other as well. Definitely the email app is a big launch, big thing that people have been waiting. So that's sometime in September, we're going to have it fully launched.
Well, that is coming up, and I know I'll see you this fall back in New York again. So I look forward to the updates.
I'm excited. Thank you so much, Jane.
Thousands of people use Fantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Fantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Fantom today.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. Link2 is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. Link2. Private investing made simple.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. I founded my company based on the belief of partnerships. If we didn't have partnerships and trust and relationships, nothing would move forward. We really like to get to know the core of the client. We want to know who we're working with. We believe in a story, and that's why we call ourselves a story time lender. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
We're all getting older, and with that comes a lifetime of microscopic damages at the cellular level. And Lifeist has microcellular science, and CELF is an intensive superblend formula. It claims to boost energy at the cellular level. So with me is the COO of Lifeist and the CEO of Mikra, Faraz Jamal. It's great to see you back here again.
That's amazing, Jane.
So CELF is the actual product, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And that replaces what, multivitamins? Like, how does this work exactly?
So it's actually a really great question. A lot of our customers right now, they email in, they phone in and things like that, and they ask what can CELF actually replace? And generally,
so you call it CELF.
Yeah.
CELF. Okay.
Yeah, it's CELF or CELF depending on how you want to go about it. But CELF can actually replace your multivitamins as long as you're not majority of people take multivitamins for whole body health and wellness and things like that. I always like to say that CELF is actually the new modern multivitamin. It's meant to promote a healthy lifestyle as well as a healthy cellular system.
And I remember you explained that it works on the cells. And so, and we talked about hydration. That was one of the key things. So how does it work?
Yeah, so when you do ingest self, it moves through your gastric environment completely unchanged, and then it's all absorbed directly into your cells. And that's where our technology really shines. So we actually transport these nutrients directly into your cells, and then they create reactions that can boost your inflammatory responses, your immune system, basically get rid of your chronic fatigue, and that's where self really does shine. Like the majority of people out there right now take their multivitamins and they take their supplements and they're hoping to achieve more energy or achieve a better, just reduce some of that inflammation.
Better, yeah.
And self actually does that.
Now, you sold out 3 times.
Yes.
So apparently people are certainly willing to try. Are these repeat customers? Are they seeing successful results?
Yeah, so when we did push self out to the market, it was a pilot test. I really wanted to understand like how people would feel when they took the product, and honestly, it tastes like medicine. It tastes like it's supposed to work, and it does. We just didn't anticipate that over like literally 80% of our customers would come back and then continuously buy, and then we've also seen them buying for their families as well. Mm-hmm. So that's where that compounding effect has really come into play. So it's been really cool, but a little bit stressful as well to sell out 3 times.
Keep up with supply.
Yeah.
Is it a powder or a gel, or what is it?
It's a nutraceutical gel. So it's more like if you were to ingest peanut butter. It's that kind of type of consistency, and it's, again, we're very different, and the reason why it's not a powder or anything else is because we use the active forms of the ingredients, so it doesn't get it doesn't get exposed to oxygen or anything like that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And is it a once a day thing?
It's once a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just now for sale on e-commerce.
Correct.
So are you thinking about expanding?
That's actually really well timed. We're actually in talks with a major retailer, so we're hoping to roll something out over the next couple of quarters, as well as a lot of chiropractor as well as spinal clinics have been reaching out as well. So, yeah, I think we'll be everywhere quite soon.
So would you say this is more a pharmaceutical or a supplement?
I would say that we're closer to a pharmaceutical. And the major reason why is I always like to say self doesn't have any fairy dusting in it. And what I mean by that is we actually use clinically dosed levels of ingredients. So self has got ingredients that are backed by about 150 human clinical studies.
Okay.
And we don't skimp at all. So everything that's within the product is the same dosage amounts that are used in those clinical studies. You'll come across other supplements that will claim to boost energy and things like that, but they have like what we call trace ingredients, and then they usually just fortify the product with caffeine or some sort of stimulant, so you kind of feel like that jitteriness after, and you're like, oh, it's working. So we stray away from that completely, and then on top of that, we pair it with our technology, which makes sure that the actual products are absorbed directly into your cells.
Mm-hmm. And so what are some of the benefits? You mentioned just energy.
Yep.
What are those benefits, and who seems to benefit the most?
So that's actually a really good question, and energy is such a broad term. We basically like to say that if you're taking a nap midday, or like you're hitting that afternoon slump, or you're like throwing back tons and tons of coffee, this product is probably going to be the one for you. It's not a stimulant in the sense that like you're going to take it and then you're going to immediately just stop having coffee or something like that. It'll take about a week or two, and then suddenly you start to sleep a little bit better. You'll feel a little bit more rested. Some of that chronic fatigue that you may be having in the past will start to slowly fade away. And you'll start to feel healthier as like a human being.
Yeah, just like you want to go out and tackle the world. So
exactly, yeah.
How big do you think this product could get?
I always say that self is for everyone, but truthfully, the majority of individuals who are going to benefit are above 30. Like that's kind of that sweet spot. Once you hit 30, all of your like all-nighters at university or like all of those things like kind of catch up to you, and you hit that wall. Self is designed for everybody who's above 30.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming back.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland. using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Welcome, everyone, to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry, along with host Alain Ghiai, the CEO of Secure Private Data. Welcome, Alain.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone.
All right, we've got the weekly hack for you. And so the world's most popular password manager, LastPass, it was hacked. And source code, technical information, all kinds of stuff was stolen. So when it comes to passwords and the 8,000 different passwords we have to remember to keep our data safe and secure, what are some tips you have for us, and how can we make sure our privacy is secured?
Well, if you use the password manager, it's already a good step. Unfortunately, most of them, are prone to hacking. I don't think it's the first time that LastPass got hacked. There's also Dashlane, I think that's another one way back that got hacked. We do have a password manager in our Secure suite, which is a little bit more expensive because it's a tool for, you have consumers, but it's mostly for small business. You have a file share, data backup, email, and password manager. I have close to 900 passwords between the corporate and my personal. So it adds up, and our password manager generates a password. You have a strength meter. It's so strong that some of the banks don't accept even. We have to minimize the security, which is really odd. Some banks are still using old ways to secure their passwords. But with this event, I had a chat with my engineers, and we've decided to really launch our own password manager once and for all, because we've had so many requests, and we didn't think there would be a need because you have other password managers. So I think in Q1 at some point, or maybe year end, we'll see what we can come up with. We will launch our own password manager. It'll be extremely affordable. It'll be less than $10 a month for sure. It'll be more competitive than these other ones that you see. And the reason why all these passwords get hacked, these managers, is because when you install it, they synchronize with the browser and they let you log in automatically. Whereas ours, you have to still manually copy and paste when you go to a website, and we don't take over your browser and your device. That's a huge thing. This is in line with our privacy policy, our privacy thoughts, because we want to have that wall between your data, even a password manager, and a browser or other website. So it takes an extra 30 seconds maybe to log in, but it's well worth it because nobody can come suddenly and hack you. And then they have access to all the stuff that you are logging in. So we're going to try to finally get something out for the consumer out there, because people can't pay $50 a month every time. We're going to make it single-digit dollar a month or $10 a year. Could be an add-on to our Secure suite. We'll see, but it's our suite of Secure, meaning the email and Messenger. So we're hopefully getting something like that end of the year. It's actually an amazing tool. It's got a bunch of templates for credit card, banking, general document, and so forth, and password. And you can also share that with your team. So it has a collaborative tool. If any business is watching us, definitely check Secure Suite. And we're going to keep improving that product. We use it all the time. But the consumer, for them to pay $50 a month, if they only use a password manager, even though it's still better than being hacked and having your identity stolen, it's a little bit steep. So we are going to create a simple password manager by Q1 of next year or end of this year if we can, and make it extremely affordable. And that way people can have the same advantage, Swiss hosted all our privacy policies, our privacy designs, all of that. So we see now that there's a need, and I feel bad because I can't recommend a $50 product to somebody that can't afford it. So we're just going to do it now and make it as affordable as possible.
Great. I can see a lot of people buying into that because that's super important. Another topic that's important, especially timely, back to school, cyberbullying. It seems like anyone can get into our accounts and message us things we do not want to see or hear, and especially when it comes to our children. So what can we be on the lookout for?
Yes, it's actually, we discussed a little bit earlier, a shareholder of mine a year ago was telling me that this is amazing for teenagers and anti-bullying. And I was wondering how, and then I realized, we're constantly being bombarded through WhatsApp and other applications that are free, that the phone number is given away and so forth. So you have impersonators that come and say, I forgot my wallet, give me $100, all the way to people sending you, dropping photo bombs or insults or, unsavory images and things like that. So what's good about Secure Messenger is that nobody knows you're using it. To send you a text, you need to accept them. First, they need your secure number. That's one thing. Then they need to submit a request and you need to accept them. So it's not like somebody can just look you up and your phone number and then send you something. And we've been discussing, it's amazing for teenagers and kids. There is a cost, but it's well worth it. Because if you want to have, as a teen or adults actually get a lot of bullying in our society where, social media rules and everybody is better than everybody else. And we have all these societal issues right now because of social media. But basically, everybody's being bullied one form or another. If you don't want to communicate with somebody or not receiving these things that are unwanted, get Secure Messenger because it will only accept the people in your circle. It's $5 a month, $50 a year, but I would like to give a promo code to our viewers, Secure15, SEKUR15, and you get 15% off. So it comes to, maybe like $35 a year. Families buy it. You can buy as many licenses. A family can have its own circle of chat in full privacy. This is a big need that's coming more and more. We build this for businesses, but we realize as the consumer comes and buys multiple licenses that you have families buying this. So if you don't want unsavory images being sent to you and people harassing you nonstop, get Secure Messenger, give your secure number to your friends only. You can also create groups. It's really amazing. And of course, extremely private, easy to use, and of course, secure. So I would recommend that for back to school. That would be a great gift to give your kid.
Right, right. Or just ourselves as parents. I'm a parent myself, so I would definitely rest assured once my daughter's of age to begin messaging to have that technology on her phone. So great stuff that you're creating at Secure, and you've got wonderful updates coming up in these next few months. So we always love keeping in touch with you and learning about what to do to make sure our data is private and secure. Thank you so much for joining us again, Alain.
Thanks, Anna. Happy to be here and see you guys all next week.